You know, when you look at the Los Angeles skyline, it feels like any dream is possible. But get closer, right into the heart of the city, and that's where our story begins. It's about two friends, and their shared dream was about to put their friendship, their ambition, and really their character on a collision course with destiny.
And it really all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? When you're chasing something huge and you have that choice, the long, hard road or that tempting shortcut, what's the real price you pay? That's the question at the heart of this whole thing.
So, let's meet our guys, Ryan and Daniel. They were inseparable, fresh out of school, and just buzzing with that intense LA ambition. They weren't just buddies. They were going to be partners. They had this dream of building a business empire from scratch, together.
But right from the start, you could see this tiny crack in their foundation. For Ryan, success was about building something that would last, something you earn with integrity. Daniel, well, he saw things differently. To him, success was a finish line you cross no matter what. If you had to break a few rules, so be it. And this one single difference in how they saw the world, it was going to change absolutely everything.
And this is where their paths really start to split. This first part of their story, it's all about the price of those shortcuts. It's a tale of how that one difference in philosophy sent them down two totally different roads. So Daniel, he didn't wait around for a second. He was driven by this need to see results now. Maybe he was afraid of being overlooked, who knows? But he jumped right into the fast lane. He started making deals that seemed way too good to be true. Cutting corners, his entire plan was built on one thing, speed, above all else.
And you know what? At first, it looked like it was working perfectly. The payoff was instant and it was loud. We're talking luxury cars, a huge, lavish office downtown, a social media feed that was going viral, painting him as this boy genius. He wasn't just building a company. He was building an image, the guy who always wins, no matter the cost.
Meanwhile, you've got Ryan. He's taking the opposite approach. He chose that slow, steady path, building his company literally brick by brick. His foundation wasn't quick cash, it was solid principles, trust, and just plain old hard work.
And let's be real, his day-to-day was not glamorous. There were no flashy cars, no viral posts. It was just long hours, painfully slow progress, and that constant nagging feeling that he was being left in the dust. It was a grind, a real struggle every single day.
And the pressure he was under, it was immense. People around him, maybe even his own family, would point to Daniel's flashy success and ask him, "Hey, look at your friend. What's wrong with you? Why are you falling so far behind?" Can you imagine how much doubt that plants in your head?
But here's the thing about ambition. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And now we get to the part of the story called the test of time. This is where that empire built on shortcuts starts to crumble, and the one built on principle, well, it finally begins to rise.
Now this whole reversal, it didn't happen overnight. In year one, Daniel looked unstoppable. By year three, all of Ryan's slow and steady work had finally paid off. His business was stable, solid. But it was year five, that's when the whole game changed. An investigation into Daniel's company was officially launched. And just like that, Daniel's name wasn't in flashy magazines anymore. Nope, it was in the breaking news headlines. All those shortcuts, all those broken rules, they weren't his secret to success anymore. They were evidence.
The world finally got to see what his empire was really built on. And it wasn't genius. It was a foundation of lies. We're talking illegal deals, tax fraud, completely fake contracts. The whole thing was just a tangled web of deceit. And it was all coming out. And right at the very moment Daniel's world was completely imploding, something amazing started happening for Ryan. All those years of quiet, honest work had built him something way more valuable than fast money. A reputation for integrity.
In all that chaos, you know what became the most valuable thing on the market? Trust. As trust in Daniel's company completely collapsed, investors were scrambling, looking for something stable, something real, and they flocked to Ryan's business. Not because it was flashy, but because it was solid. His greatest asset was never the bottom line, it was his principles. Which brings us to the final emotional peak of their story, the reward of principles. This is the moment where these two friends, now on completely opposite ends of fortune, finally meet one last time.
I mean, just picture this scene. Daniel, all of his arrogance and confidence just gone, walks into Ryan's office, the very office that's now a symbol of the slow, steady success he used to mock.
He's humbled. He's defeated. He looks like a shadow of the guy he used to be. And with everything he built now shattered, he says the one thing he probably never, ever imagined he'd say to Ryan, "I need your help."
And Ryan's response, it's so powerful. It's not angry, it's not vengeful, it's just calm. He basically says, look, I never wanted to see you fail. My goal was never to bring you down. I didn't abandon my principles. That was my reward.
So their whole journey, from that shared dream to this final moment, it really forces us to think about a powerful idea. It makes all of us ask ourselves, what does victory actually mean? Let's call it the architect's reward. It kind of redefines success, right? It's not about revenge. It's not about watching someone else fall so you can feel good. It's about focusing on building your own life with so much strength and integrity that you don't have to do anything. Time itself will deliver the final verdict.
So we're going to leave you with this question. After everything that happened, if you were in Ryan's shoes and your old friend, now completely broken, comes to you for help, what would you do? Do you forgive him completely, help him get back on his feet? Or do you offer some advice, protect what you've built, and just move on? There's no easy answer here.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel.